have it changed. Shit. Good evening and welcome everyone to tonight's coverage of Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this series is proudly brought to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment and broadcast, mind you, as well as the good people at Race Command, bringing you the slickest of slick servers and all of the techie stuff that we need to run such a series as we've got here in Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2. As usual, right by my side, I have J-Man and Rusty Shackelford bringing the comms to you, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing, boys?
Yeah, g'day, Davo. G'day, viewers. Welcome aboard. Rusty, good to see you back here, mate.
Good evening, Paps. Davo, good evening, J-Man. It's good to be back here at Monza, the birthplace of racing, some people call it. Other people call it, I hate turn one. There's a variation of views out there on this very famous track.
Well. Look, we're glad to have you here, Rusty. I thought you might have got distracted by the wineries on the way in there. Yeah. It's easy. It's easily done. So glad to have you on board here. For stream again tonight. Look, it is round friggin' 8 and we are at Monza. And for an enduro tonight, Rusty.
Yeah, an enduro layout. It's the third and final enduro for the season, this 10-round season. Monza. For our enduro runouts, 20-minute qualifying session, guys. So open
all in
qualifying.
too, Rusty?
All in, yep. Nobody needs to
okay.
Split in half. 20-minute run at it. And this is 85 minutes. No compulsory pit stop, I believe. Or is it
CPS for fuel, Rusty?
CPS for fuel, so there you go. So It's a question of, as we saw in the last enduro, do you turn it into 2 sprints, essentially?
Yeah.
Or do you try to manage through the bulk of the race, splash and dash to the end, and sacrifice that late race speed for the guys on fresh rubber, and which strategy ends up being the quickest? So we'll find out later tonight.
And the 3 sets of tyres thing, Rusty, they've probably got it worked out at this point. Quali 2 for the race should be ample.
Yeah, I would think so. It's more a question of, exactly like we said, are you going to use all 3 sets of tyres tonight?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to try and make it through on 2?
Yeah, so I guess the option starts now as we see the guys out there at the moment just cycling up for their quali runs at the moment. I do believe the 333 car, the Bentley.
Yes, the lovely Bentley of Vic Chan. Yeah,
is the car out there. I guess it's whether they take a double dip at this quali session. You mentioned, Rusty, 20 minutes all in. The ability to actually drive the car back and maybe take a fresh bite.
That's true.
Out of another set could be an option.
Yeah, it definitely could. For the guys who are good qualifiers, and maybe they, anything can happen in a qualifying session. You can come out, you can be on a hot lap, someone's just coming out of the pits and there's a bit of confusion, and next thing you know, you're spinning and you've ruined 1 set, so you can throw them out. Now you'd have to go back around to pit lane, put on a fresh set. Now you've only got 2, then your choices are kind of limited for the race, aren't they? But definitely enough time in a 20-minute session to strap another couple of wheels on her and get going again.
Yeah. Interesting just seeing a comment. First comment of the chat box tonight from Damien Jones, aka Jarkus. So he managed to just slip that comment out there as he just fired up the OG Asrnz Lamborghini there to go and embark on his quali run. And this is a guy that's been performing pretty well of late, and really, really good battle going on, which I'm sure you're going to allude a little bit more to with one of his fellow competitors out there for the Pro-Am title, Rusty.
Yeah, absolutely. The Pro-Am title is hot between Damien Jones and Steve Melling. Only 6 points separating the 2 drivers.
Yeah.
We've got 3 rounds to go, and this is the developing story. We've got Vaughan Martin back in the mix tonight. He has missed a fair few races through injury and different circumstances throughout the season, but he's back tonight, so always a chance to be a disruptor, ruin one of the other guys' nights.
Yeah.
So, and we are at Monza. It's custom built for that kind of behaviour. So if you were going to be, just go for the class win tonight, and I don't care about your championship, I'm just going to try and beat you. If that were to occur tonight, then that would have ramifications as well. But yeah, obviously 6 points.
Yeah, expect to see that fucker local car.
Yeah.
In the pits, because I think it just made the wall pretty heavily.
There you go. The disruption's already
some
started.
might say Waka local, but I live here and it's fucker.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the correct pronunciation. I know this is a G-rated program, but yes, look, clearly, J-Man.
Is that north or south? Is that north or south of Whakapapa? Or?
It's north of Whakapapa, Whakatane.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Yep.
Yep. So
fucking fantastic, isn't it?
So, it's I mean, I've got the T-shirt too, mate. I am a fucker local. Yep.
Okay,
it just sounds nice, guys. Sorry.
So look, there is a little bit of a geographical,
cultural learnings here,
and cultural learnings. Yes, look it up, ladies and gentlemen. And if you can make any sense of the spelling, then you're doing better than I am. But look, Glenn on the ground in NZ, obviously local boy, knows how to pronounce this stuff correctly. Thanks, Gleno. Should I say, J-Man? As we see Phil Antoon run around for the Duffy number 3 Honda to take provisional pole position at the moment on a 1:46.835, ladies and gentlemen. So not too shabby as an opener there.
It is quick. It's I saw him doing a 1:46.7 in practice, I believe. So probably still warming up out there. Just a quick mention on Phil Antoon. He's obviously in the middle of a championship battle in the Pro Class Championship, and if I could just take a couple of minutes of your time to go through this, because there are some fantastic numbers to dive into here.
Please do.
So currently Steve Rees leading the Pro Class Championship, and obviously by default the overall championship, 1,299 points, followed by Phil Antoon in second place on 1,267. Now Phil Antoon, the reason that he's not leading the championship is because he had a DNF in race 2 at round 6 of Spa. You'll remember the famous flipping
made
car
the
moment.
FHM reel.
Absolutely. It was a highlight that'll get replayed for a long time. And that saw him get relegated behind Steve Rees. Now, at that point, Steve Rees had quite a decent lead, and that has been chipped away. Last round out, Steve Rees didn't really take the opportunity to kind of bed down and consolidate that first championship position. Phil Antoon winning all 3 races last round. Steve Rees a 12th, a 4th, and an 8th. So it left a lot of points out there on the table, you would suspect. That would have been the post-race kind of pondering. When you've got that lead, you want to make sure you're maximizing the amount of points you can get. And those 3 results have pushed Phil Antoon right back up into this championship race. Now, how close is it? 30 points? Well, at the moment, I would say about 7 positions on track would see Phil Antoon basically neck and neck with Steve Rees. And if there's a repeat of last week's race where Phil Antoon won and Steve Rees came in 12th, that would see Phil Antoon, I believe, jump Steve Rees and retake the championship lead. Now, speaking of form in Enduros, we run sprints, we run super sprints, we run Enduros. They're all different disciplines. Phil Antoon has not won an Enduro race yet this year. We've had 2. He has come second in each of those. Steve Rees won one of the Enduros and came 4th in the other, with Jamie Koza taking out the other victory. So 2 seconds, last Enduro of the season. A big opportunity here for Phil Antoon, who's currently the fastest car in practice, to stick it on pole, potentially get a win here, and all of a sudden, with 2 rounds left, Donington and Mount Panorama, where absolutely anything could happen.
Don't count out the spoilers, though, Rusty. Don't count out the spoilers. And there's one coming under the title of Jamie Kosa, and he is coming in hot with a number that I think will certainly eclipse everybody ahead of him at the moment. Now, I hate to put you on the spot, and probably should have done a little bit more reading. I should probably know this at 8 rounds in, but is the dreadful drop round scenario a part of this championship?
There is no drop round this season. So the drop round was dropped for this season. So
it is what it is.
It is what it is. You earn what you earn,
awesome.
and you get what you get. Yep.
So Jamie Koza just dumped a lot of time there. However, did still pip Steve Rees there for the 3rd spot. with a 46.905, plays a 46.835 for Lantoon. Carter's on a good lap. John Carter has been performing incredibly well of late, guys.
Currently P3 in the Pro-Am class, in the Silver Class Championship, pardon me. Running behind Sam Carson on 1,038 points, John Carter on 973. It's been of a kind of a scratching kind of, shown glimpses of really good performances, but again, it's luck here and there sometimes in a championship, the way it works out. He's been involved in a couple of little incidents and, it's not always your fault, and you just find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time and you watch the points bleed away. So, but still, he's fought and scratched and performed really well, and is currently running in P3 ahead of Jordan Moss. Stu Asrnz currently has a vice grip on this championship, guys. 1,127 points, clear leader. His main championship rival now is Sam Carson, currently running second. So a good return to full-time racing here at Asrnz for Sam Carson, P2 in class. He'd be stoked with that. 1,038 points, but Stu Asrnz has performed, really strongly. He's just been in great form for like the last 3 or 4 different series he's raced in, whether it's rally or over at Hardcore in the Trans Am series.
In the RF2 platform, that's right.
He won the Masters series.
He won the Masters in AC as well. Like you're
Absolutely.
saying, across the board, just like over, pretty well 2024. Asrnz, really in a sweet spot, isn't he, form-wise?
Yep, teamed up with Jordan Moss. Sorry, one more to add too. Teamed up with Jordan Moss. They took out the class championship in the Enduros over at the I can't remember the league, but they took out a multi-round Enduro championship in Pro-Am as well. So a bit on fire, Stu Asrnz. Everything he's touched has turned to gold. So
yeah, nice work from Stu. Yeah, good solid driver. Nice guy too, Stu.
Big performance tonight already from Phil Turner. Already out qualifying at this point with still 8.5 minutes to go over the likes of the two that you mentioned earlier, Rusty, Damian Jones and Steve Melling, who I've just been watching this whole session, trading times to see who's going to be the lead Pro-Am driver off the start of this grid. Now they're currently sitting 16th and 17th. So interesting to see those guys trading at it, but good to see Phil Turner. Talk to Phil Turner early this week, and he was pretty confident about the Ferrari here at Monza.
Well, you'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Chan across the line, ladies and gentlemen. They're pipping Phil by a good margin there, a couple of tenths. And getting that Bentley all wound up here at Monza for round 8 in the 2024 Asrnz GT3 Series 2 championship here. So Chan throwing down the Bentley gauntlet. He's got the umbrella out of the door. He's going, I got this. Antoon will have some work to do. Kosa, provisional 3rd. Reese, provisional 4th. We've got Carter, Dayton, Mitchy Campbell, Tony Spence, Stu Asrnz, as we were just talking about, and Wadsworth running at the top 10 provisionally at the moment. The board, it is very tight. There's not a lot of green showing on our deltas, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys can't see this stuff, but Mitch Campbell's just...
season champion from season 1, Phil Turner. He's had to do it the hard way too. He's had to fight his way back. He only took over the championship lead maybe 2 or 3 rounds ago. He was coming from a long way back, had a couple of disappointing performances earlier in the season, but again, just showing that form that he showed last season of just building it, over time and just building that consistency. And next thing you know, you're scooping up points left, right and center and just keeping out of trouble. He leads Nev Shields in P2, J-Man by 20 points, which is 10 positions on track tonight.
Yeah, and he's just proven that consistently, to go and back it up, Rusty, like based on last season, and to go and back it up, I think is really showing the measure of the guy. Is very calculated in the way he puts a season together. And, like when a few things click for Phil Turner, is obviously early into his sim racing career, when a few things click as far as that raw speed goes, he'll be a force in any class that he ends up in, because he will construct a season. And that's something that the likes of Stu Arrowsmith and Steve Melling, and there's a number of guys. I think also Phil Antoon's another one we've seen consecutively over a number of seasons at different leagues, manages to construct a season, and that's a big part of it. So all good to go fast and beat your competitor on the odd week, but to be able to bank those points consistently every week, that's a big part of it.
Yeah, and like you were saying, Jay, man, they sort of get to a point and they find that something. They find something and you start to get it, and you can see these guys change, more consistent, quicker every race. And something clicks, doesn't it? So yeah, nice work from Turner.
Well, Shields and Simpson will be hoping that he doesn't click too soon, because they're still in that championship fight.
Well, that's right.
Kenny Simpson's only 32 points behind, which is not much in a double point enduro round, guys.
Yes, too true. Smart play there from Vic Chan, who was just tucked up in behind Steve Rees, just to grab another 10th and a quarter to better that time to a 46.587. So it was a smart play there. I was just watching him and just shadowing Steve Rees coming out of Parabolica onto the main straight there, and good play, because I think what we're seeing there, that 46.5 and then those high 46s that we're seeing out of Kosa and Antoon is clearly somewhere about where the track's at and the pace of this track at the moment.
Yep.
Once again, Steve Melling getting the better just slightly over Damian Jones again. So these guys have traded that front row of the Pro-Am class multiple times in this 20-minute session with still 3.5 odd minutes to go. Yeah, shame not to see you there, Shane Fotterdo.
Shane Fotterdo on holidays, I think it is. Where is he? Up in the Bahamas somewhere? Bali. Like, where are you, Shane? Let us know in the chat box. But I'm glad you're tuning in. All the same.
Obviously doing team racing related, research projects and whatnot.
Of course. Yeah.
Clearly in Bali,
yeah,
there's a lot to be learned.
Testing. That's right.
Absolutely. And it is a shame that Fotterdo isn't joining us tonight. Currently P4 in the Pro Championships. Had a very, very nice season. Very tidy season and running P4. So he is in the fight with, I believe, Mitch Campbell's coming up behind. And so Mitch is out there on track tonight. So an opportunity for Mitch to get some points and get himself a little bit closer to that podium. Currently held by Chan in P3.
Yeah, 12.29 plays 11.87 double point rounds. Probably going to be a good haul for Mitchy here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where is Mitch at the moment? There on that board.
P7.
P7. Look, it was looking very speedy, as he always does. Mitchy looks speedy even when he's not going fast, but looking very speedy the last couple of rounds. So nice work. Toon, nice work. And look at the time. 5:55. 1:46.555. How close are those two? It's .032.
I was wondering about this round last night, and I'm thinking, is this going to be a Bentley track? The Bentley's a little bit temperamental with which tracks it likes and which ones it doesn't these days. And I just wondered, is this going to be a Bentley track? Well, looks like it so far, doesn't it?
Yes. Would have to agree. Who else we got flashing on our radar? Matty Dayton actually just running across the line there.
Just an update too on John Carter. Just typed in there, tried to limp back round with a litre of fuel, didn't make it. However, very, very good lap for John Carter there on a 47.2, and obviously not being able to drive back to pit lane, obviously at the callers qualifying session early as per Asrnz rules. But look, that's still a solid result.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sitting very pretty in P6 currently.
Yeah.
Mitch Campbell on a lap, though, would be the one to upset that, and potentially Stu Arrowsmith, who's got a little bit of work to do, currently 2.5 tenths up, needs another 2.5.
Yeah, look, he's definitely not going to even gain on Campbell at the moment, so probably Campbell the one to watch. And Toon's still bettering his time here. How much time we got left? 35 seconds.
Yeah, and interestingly, Arrowsmith's just crossed the line, so he's going to get one last flyer in probably in the best conditions of the day.
Yeah.
So big opportunity here for Stu.
Yeah, just got to make it stick. Look, Monza, it's one of those places just got to be so committed. The chicanes, the flip-flops. It's easy to get it wrong.
Good to see Costas Makrolos just made the grid too, boys. Not going to get a time in, but has made
Oh,
the
nice.
Nicely done. Bribing the officials on the way in. Please, mate, let me in. I should be in there, you know. Just drive the car in from the car park, unload it in the street, you know.
Just an envelope full of cash.
Absolutely.
That'll get you in every time.
Yep.
I'm sure Costas is probably, you know, used to that. Hendo up on the time. Enright up on the times sheets. Aerosmith up, but only, look, marginally, guys. This is like literally hundredths of a second up on their deltas. So
Yeah,
very close.
Pretty through.
So good close times. That pretty well. That's what that tells you. Hendo actually really stretching the legs at the Aston here. J-Man down onto the Brembo Bridge there. Oh, doesn't
Chucks
quite,
it in.
He doesn't quite get it right.
No.
It looks like he's just going to pull out of that one.
Yeah, Aerosmith Delta's coming back good, but not going to be enough.
Not good enough. Just sneaks it into the green, though, and then backs out of it. And that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. So what do we got
once
there?
Again, another track with a couple of timing loops there too, boys. I picked up. The timing loop in quali is just is shy of the, I think it's shy of the first checker line. There's a couple of checker lines there, so. Phil Antoon up the top, 46.530 over Vic Chan. Jamie Coaster, Steve Rees, Matty Dayton, John Carter, Mitchie Campbell, Tony Spence, Stu Arrowsmith, and Jacob Wadsworth round out the 10. Closely followed by Jordan Moss, Sam Carson, Nathan Henderson, Louis Van Avenant, Steve Melling, Phil Turner with a good quality, Damien Jarkus Jones, Tim Nash, Aaron Enright, Nev Shields, Phil Davison, Vaughan Martin, Kenny Simpson, and as I mentioned, 24th on the grid tonight will be Costas Makrolos.
It's going to be a good grid. The next few comments I'm going to make are going to seem bleedingly obvious to anyone who's done any laps at Monza, but at the risk of being asinine, I'll do it anyway. Turn one is critically important.
Go, Rusty. Just go, brother.
Turn one is critically important, obviously, on lap one. Very, very, very not uncommon to get loads and loads of cars nose to tail. If you're not familiar with Asrnz, there are no restarts. It's once the flag drops, you're away. The safety car is not going to come and save you. It's not going to rescue you. So it's in your interest to be as clean as possible through turn one. We did see, I think we did Race of Champions. We did a round at Monza, didn't we? And we all were kind of surprised how clean it was.
We had an exceptional start. It was
it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So let's hope we carry that form on through for the rest of the race. There's going to be guys with varying pace at different stages. I think even in the first few, maybe 5 laps or so when the grid's relatively close, we're going to start seeing guys, protecting their tyres a little bit more or attacking a little bit harder. Because that's the other benefit of, taking 2 sets into the race is not only do you finish strong, but you can start stronger too. You can really attack more. So opportunities to get your track position, which you're going to need. Come and get your fresh set and try and do the rest of the work back on track again. So, so looking forward to this one. Where is the Truffle Pig? Starting in P7 tonight, Mitch Campbell. So lots of soil to till ahead for the Truffle Pig.
Yeah, look, his quality, to be honest, is a little bit up and down from one week to the next. But look, you're going to be guaranteed to see some good racing.
See some action. Don't worry about that.
Every time.
Steve Rees has qualified in P4, guys. Phil Antoon P1, obviously. So I believe with double points, that would mean that is around. So that's 16 points. So that would cut the championship lead in half if they went from P1 and finished P1 and P4. So that's the kind of margins we're dealing with tonight in an enduro round. They're critical. You've got to get good points in the enduro rounds if you want to have a decent shot in the championship battle.
And historically, Rees has shown his wares is definitely this is his forte, right? He's pretty good at these enduros.
Yeah, he's got a win already this season. Won the first one at Kyalami. Phil Antoon finishing second. Obviously, Jamie Koza winning the second one at Red Bull Ring. Phil Antoon again finishing second. Steve Reese finished 4th on that occasion. Had a little bit of bad luck. I think he had some contact with someone, if my memory serves. So, and was in a stronger position. Yeah, that's right. Remember, he got involved in an incident, went down to about P9 or P10, and then just kind of fought his way back, and other cars in front fell off. Ended up coming back to P4 in the last 10 minutes of the race. It was an incredible drive, to be honest.
It was a great drive. Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely got the pedigree when it comes to enduros.
Absolutely, Rusty. Thank you, everybody that's joining us here tonight for Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2 MatchFit, proudly broadcasting it to you here live on YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like and subscribe button. Keep the algorithm wheels rolling here for MatchFit. We must thank, obviously, MatchFit for not only sponsoring but broadcasting, but also Race Command for keeping the cogs well oiled here at Asrnz when it comes to sign-ups, and server providing. Mate, these guys are the one to do it. So get over.
Tonight being a classic example, mate. Kudos
absolutely.
Servers are down, and the boys managed to set up a LAN server and get it all going. So yeah, pretty fortunate to have that affiliation there with them, and does keep the wheels spinning. So that's cool.
Little update from pit lane, guys. Shane Fonato confirming the boys are lucky the MatchFit Mustang is in the repair shop. So interesting there to ship the Mustang to Bali and put it into a repair shop there for the week and miss the round.
Oh, I wonder how it's going to go next week then.
Yeah. Budgetary concerns would be my first thought in that kind of an arrangement. But yeah, she just needs a new gasket, mate. We'll ship it to Bali and enjoy our time while we're there. And Philly D, Phil Davidson, joining us in the chat as well. He's out there tonight, and he has suggested in the chat that he strategically is starting at the back of the grid after that qualifying session.
I'm sure you are, Phil. I'm sure you are, Phil.
Love your work, mate.
We love the drivers that actually get time to chat to us. Actually, Phil at the top manages to do it, and thanks Phil Antoon and Phil Davison at the bottom of the grid. So at both ends of the grid, these guys, good, nice work from these boys.
It's a Phil thing, clearly.
It is. Look, as you can see clearly here, ladies and gentlemen, field in the formation lap as we speak, rolling down to the back chicane here. What's it called, guys? Gleno, throw this. What's this corner called?
Is that one Varianti?
Before they get to Parabolica, the last corner there. Gleno,
J-Man's usually the corner name guy.
He's gone away. Yeah, look, rolling around for their formation lap, you can just see they're warming up. So, Phil Antoon, Vic Chan in second, front row, Jamie Kosa, Steve Reese.
It's very anti-Ascari, but people
just
call it Ascari.
It's Ascari, that's right. Kosa and Reese on the second row, Dayton, Carter on the third row, Mitch Campbell, Spence, Aerosmith and Wadsworth rounding out the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we will thank you for joining us here for Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2. It's round 8. It is Monza. It's an enduro tonight here. So 85-minute race with a compulsory pit stop. Don't go anywhere. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. Quickly grab a bevy, hit the like and subscribe, and stick around for the next 85 minutes because we've got plenty going on. Here we go, we're at a green light. Phil Antoon, Vic Chan. Good jump again from the Honda. Reese, look at it. Look at it. 3 wide with Reese Kosa.
Just gang up on Steve Reese off the start, boys.
That's Dayton Reese Kosa, is it? No, it's Dayton Reese and
Carter.
Yep. Yeah.
And
wow, and here we go in the background.
Watch this. Clean through one, I believe. No,
we do have a
so
small far. Incident. Mate, the guy's got through. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Kenny Simpson just caught up in something. I saw it flash yellow momentarily, but all clean, all running.
We got no residual cars back at T1, so doing really well. Eyes on Tony Spence at the moment here, just tucked in behind Campbell and Dayton. Dayton putting pressure on Reeves there early.
Antoon in big trouble
Into
here,
one.
Chan. It looked like he's missed a gear or something there. Very strange.
And
Went
Chan
on. He's
straight
under threat
through.
from Coaster as well.
Coaster straight on it. Again, we were just focusing on that Dayton-Reese Carter battle. That is right behind it. And again, Coaster. Watch this.
Having a big look up into Ascari there.
Antoon defends hard.
It did look like he defended there. This is lap 1.
Took a lot of the sausage on that defense there. Unsettled the car ever so slightly. Bit of a train forming here. Something's up with this
Massive
pace.
train. Look, how,
Yeah, good start for John Carter.
how clean is that start, boys?
Yeah, the whole field through.
Very, very.
Parabolica finds out the setups, doesn't it?
And
Really
Chan,
tests them early in the race.
Look at Chan, just running away already.
Yeah, 54.2, first flying lap. It's a good lap.
And he's just left Antoon to deal with Coaster there. Carter right behind, Reese right behind. Here we go. Oh,
big
Reese
dive.
out wide. Oh, and he's left it open for Dayton there. Clearly made a mistake.
Yeah, he overshot the brakes a little bit, and then to avoid taking out Carter, that compromised him for the next part of the chicane.
We just pick it up on the replay here. Yeah, it takes evasive action. Really has to yield that car. Dayton just sees the mistake straight on it. Who's that behind him? Mitch Campbell. We also see... that is good.
So they're going to renew hostilities from the last week. They had a little coming together in the first race.
Surely.
It's funny how you just kind of find the same guys when things like that happen in racing, doesn't it?
Birds of a feather.
Vaughan Martin with a big outbreak there down at the second chicane before the Lesmos. And also mentioned two boys, Steve Melling just got rounded up recently by Hendo. So Hendo up into P12, but Steve Melling got a whole lot of Damien Jones as championship rival in the mirrors.
Oh, look at this down to Ascari. Would you believe it? Mitch Campbell on the outside.
Sends it round the outside.
Wow.
Very clean.
Unbelievable. We'll try and pick up on a replay of that. With the cameras actually did catch that in car from Mitch Campbell. Watch this. Round the outside. Gets it done and all over it.
Yeah, absolutely, nothing wrong with that. His very aggressive driving style can put people out, and it doesn't always work, but when it does, gee, he gets you where you're not expecting to be got. So,
and he does it early too, Rusty.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? It's always at the start of the race. He really comes out, and he's got that really high intensity early into the races, does Mitchie?
Yeah, he really does. That Aston Martin's no slouch down the straight, so a good parabolica there could be the difference. I just want to put this across you guys and see what you think. I wonder here if we don't actually, if it's not a problem with Antoon, I wonder if we're seeing the beginnings of the strategies already. Perhaps Vic Chan is on, driving, putting in qualifying laps here because he knows he's going to be switching out his rubber halfway through the race, and maybe Phil Antoon's thinking more long-term, as though they may just do a splash and dash towards the end.
Yeah, could well be, Rusty. Good pickup.
This Chan's pace right now is incredibly good. And I know that Antoon and Koza aren't, they're not slow. They would be right around the same. And it just looks like a little bit of pace management early here. 2.5 seconds to go.
Costas Macrolos, two boys, started 24th on the grids, currently P16. Last lap round 152.6. So Costas is on the move, just recently rounded up. I think it was Turner, now Nash starting to put some heat on Turner as well.
Yeah, and that'll put him right in the clutches of his championship rival, Nev Shields, who, a few positions either way tonight could see them swap positions in the championship battle.
Yep.
In the AM class. Nash has had some good results too in the AM class, hasn't he? He's been a welcome addition to the class. Some good racing.
Yep. About to see what the power of the Honda's like with the Ferrari of Jamie Kosa coming up behind it. Doesn't look too bad. Although Kosa in the draft and big under brake.
Too deep, misses his mark.
He's going to have to yield that.
Oh, no.
The ability to yield it without losing something to John Carter here, I think he should be okay.
Turn 1 temptations never cease here at Monza. Like red wine and mama's pasta. It's the same pull, it's the same lure.
So true, a word there, Rusty. So, look, he's still there. So
I'm still there, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
No.
What happened to Sam Carson, boys? But he's down 7 spots. He's in between Nev Shields and I believe Tim Nash. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I was going to mention that earlier, J-Man. I'm with you. I'm not sure what happened, but I do wonder if he was caught up in that Kenny Simpson incident. Remember, I mentioned that we just had a flash of yellow in the first lap, and then it was rectified. So I wonder if that was a little bit of issue going on there for Carson.
Yeah, or potentially maybe also Jacob Wadsworth. He's down 14 spots as well. So
see.
Might have been something there because there's only 4 or 5 cars separating them. So I wonder whether those guys got into a bit of mischief together. However, John Carter, guys, I'm going to keep referring back to this driver racing out of the silver class, current leading silver class car out on track at the moment over Tony Spence. Obviously, the absence of a couple of the other drivers in that class as well. He's going to make bank here at the moment, but just he's there on merit, I feel, at the moment. Just coming through with 48.8.
Still a shot for P2 in the class championship. He's 60 points behind Sam Carson, who is currently running. He's had a bit of bad luck earlier in the race, so a big chunk will come out of that lead if it ends up like this. But still, still an hour and 17 minutes to go.
Good,
really ahead of ourselves.
Good battle going on there, actually. Carso, Shields, Davison. As we just see Davison looking to put a move on Shields. Ever the gentleman, Phil, lets him go. But look at what's behind him there. There's plenty going on.
This is allowing Phil Turner, the EM Championship leader, to just get further up the road. Nev Shields is holding up. He's got that big train behind him. The more battles he gets in, the more positions he loses, further down the road he gets.
Yeah, 2 clear battle packs forming at the front too, boys, further up the road from this. I think, obviously, the Dayton Campbell Rees battle is a good one, and then we just don't have to look too far back down the road to see Tony Spence defending against Aerosmith and Moss. So Moss with a better start to this one. Relatively quiet season by Geordie's standards, missed a few rounds.
Yeah, I think
pretty busy behind the scenes.
Yeah, missed a round last week, J-Man, through illness. So, yeah, look, good comeback. Straight on the pace here, holding down the number 10 at the moment, and looking like teammates going out of Aerosmith, because we only got to look back down here where we were before.
Oh, Vaughan Martin misses the brakes again.
Just out of form, that can happen when you miss a few rounds. Maybe takes a minute to find your feet again. Just on Jordan Moss too, guys. He's the defending Season 1 champion at Asrnz, if I'm not mistaken. So, been a busy year for Moss. He wears many hats, does Moss the boss. So,
he does.
Yeah, but good to see him running in the top 10.
Okay, so Kosa over Antoon has got the job done now. I'm not sure how far back that replay would be required, but certainly pretty good on track. Looks like he's only just got it done.
It's not done yet. That Honda's very fast. Done. If these two are conserving their tyres, this is the last thing they want to do, is just get involved in little scraps.
And look what it's doing here. Look at John Carter. Look at the distance he can range up. And he's going to drag Dayton, Campbell and Rees with him. And this is not probably what Antoon needs right now. Antoon needs to, as you mentioned, make a bit of margin over himself and Steve Rees this round.
Oh, Kozel wide, just drops a little bit into the kitty litter. It is one of those tracks, because you're flat stick for so much of the lap, where any kind of little battle just draws you right back into the people chasing you. You lose so much time battling here. Carter is putting pressure on Antoon here.
He is.
Having an incredible race. P4 currently, silver class. I don't think we've seen a silver class crack a podium yet. I could be mistaken, but I don't think we have. I'll just double check that.
Also, I'm still watching the Macrolos progress too, guys. He just literally rounded up Jarks, Damien Jones there for P14, and he's got eyes forward on Steve Melling, and he's lapping a good, nearly a second consistently a lap quicker than those. So kind of probably he's got the pace to make himself legit on pace, get all the way up to somewhere like Jordan Moss on pace. Obviously, there's a bit of margin there. He's some 8-9 seconds, maybe even 10 seconds further back down the road from Mossy, but he's got legit pace to be able to maybe get up.
Sorry, J-Man, Antunes having another big look on Koza here. He does have
outside,
overlap.
yeah.
Going to have to give him space. Are we on the inside here?
Yeah, good battle.
Round, very clean, well done. But now look at Carter. This is the effect that battling has.
He's going to have the run down into the Lesbo one. He should. Oh, not
out
quite.
of it. OES team orders, perhaps.
Yeah, looked like he got out of it there a little bit. Nice, clean stuff there. But look who's in the background. That's brought Dayton and Campbell.
Right in.
Who? The white car, Reese, right there as well. So look at that little train of cars now. Hasn't that bunched literally in that first half of that lap? So, it's, ladies and gentlemen, it's on.
But how's the margin now already? We're only, 6 laps into this race, and Vic Chan has got a 9-second margin, boys.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, that's the battling. That's the effect of the battling. How many seconds have they lost? Their last laps were 48.9s. Vic Chan's was a 47.3.
Look at this. And Turnco. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, this is a great
They're all there.
And the trouble is you can't strategy your way out of this. Everyone's going to have to at least do half of the race before they pit, you would think. Unless you want to, come in maybe a little bit earlier to put on a second set of rubber and then just go a little bit longer to get out of traffic. But other than that, it's going to be either you're pitting late or you're pitting around halfway. So this is it now. This is their lot for the next, 40 minutes.
Henderson on Van der Venter just coming into Parabolica there too, boys. And Van der Venter actually getting quite loose on his own. Maybe a little bit of dirty air just as he tucked in behind the Aston of Hendo, but got quite sideways in the BMW. And also Macrolos just rounding up of Steve Melling. So he's still on the march. As I mentioned, I think he's good enough to march towards somewhere around a top 10 Jordan Moss territory. Still a long way to go on this thing. So great drive from the back of the grid from Costas.
Melling and Jarkus just doing what they do, and that's running line astern. Melling currently on P14, Jarkus in P15. That is the Pro-Am Championship that's separated by 6 points at the moment. So absolutely, if Jarkus finishes ahead of Melling tonight by 1 position, I think he overtakes him. I think that's how it works tonight. So a lot of points to be gained there.
Having the two of them too put on a great series already. I mean, it's great to see Damien Jones back, and we've come to expect consistently from Steve Melling that he knows how to put a championship together. He's probably one of the guys with the highest attendance rate of these races I've ever met. So, and it plays dividends. He goes out there. He's a very, very safe set of hands with his driving. He knows what he's capable of, and he just chips away at it. And I think he deserves to be in that position at the moment.
Oh, mate, if you were looking for a Pro-Am driver to do like a couple of stints in an Enduro or something, I'm surprised no one's asked Steve Melling, because he is probably the cleanest driver that I've raced against, I would say. Absolute gentleman on track. You love racing with those guys too.
Super impressed with the pair of McLarens running P4 and P5, which is John Carter, Matt Dayton. The McLaren does look good here, guys.
The McLaren and the Bentley of Vic Chan too much.
Oh, the Bentley's in a different postcode. I literally don't think anyone's got anything for Vic Chan.
But it has to be just race pace, though, doesn't it? Because he qualified around, he qualified P2, I think, and it's all close. They were all close in quali pace. I don't think we've seen the absolute pace yet of the Honda and the Ferrari of Antunes Koza. I think they have to be tyre saving here, managing tyres.
Dayton on Carter. Sorry to interrupt, boys. It's happening. Now, this is out of that group of 6 cars. Like I mentioned, we got Vic Chan out front
with a run.
So, and now
Campbell do the outside move here before he did this
in the
on
mix
Steve
here. So
What's
kind of
Reece
vulnerable. So that was dating through.
What's Reece thinking here is the championship leader. You know,
Oh,
he just
well,
wants to keep it on track, stay clean, you know.
All he's got to do is just sit there and watch it unfold
wait,
in front of him, doesn't he? But
Well, although-
it's so intense. These guys are racers, aren't they, at heart?
They are. Yeah.
Look, just that little exchange there you can see from those back four cars has allowed Antoon and Kosa just to stretch a bit of a gap there. Good 20, 30 car length stretch on that next set of cars there. So, you know, these guys fighting. Is that Reece looking for a pit stop? Early pit stop here. Here we go.
There you go.
He's just like, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
Gee, it's a long stint. It's a 70-minute stint, essentially, on a second set of tyres. It's doable. It's definitely doable, but the pace at the end will be noticeable.
Yeah, maybe Reece wasn't happy with the pressure of those tyres. The race started around about 5 o'clock here, 5 p.m. Temperatures aren't super hot, guys, so maybe just got the pressures wrong on that one there.
And he hasn't looked super quick either, you know, so maybe he did get it wrong.
He's been stuck in traffic trains, though, hasn't he? So he hasn't been able to get the pace
to move forward. Yep.
Very quick stop, boys.
It's easy for us to analyse up here as we watch Nash and Shields side by side down the straight. It was a drag race between the Porsche, plenty of overlap from the Porsche, but just getting out of it. Quite happy to race is Nash on Shields. Enright on Sharks as well.
Reece with a splash and dash, guys. That's a very interesting strategy to play early. It's something
Really?
we normally see be played late. But yeah, splash and dash, 14-second stop with a 46 outright time, so not the biggest pain.
So it's literally, has he now got a full tank of fuel and he thinks the rubber can go the full length of this race?
Well, I think what he's done...
That's what are we looking at? An hour, so 67 minutes?
Yeah. I think what he's done is he started with a full tank, expecting to go long into the race and then splash and dash towards the end. He's found himself in traffic. He hasn't been able to get out of it. It's probably very frustrating. I think he's come in at the point where he's done the fuel calculation and figured out, if I top it up again now, top it up again, have another full tank, which is, you know, compromising because you don't get much low tank running. But to get out of that traffic, he's just topped it up, and it should see him to the end. And if he was always going to run a one-tyre strategy, then okay, it's fine. It's okay.
Doable. Yeah, there you go. Well, I mean, that's the options they've got. You know,
Maddie's giving you the confirmation there, boys. She's saying you're fully, you're on the ball there. He's got the pace. He's going to run the strat, and he's going to back himself. And given what we've seen out of the guy, I think if anyone's going to do it, I think he's going to have a crack. However, he's showing his hand to the Vic Chan Bentley, but realistically, is he racing Vic Chan or is he racing for Antoon? I think he's racing Antoon at this point.
I think he is too. J-Man.
Well, I think at this point he's going to be racing the back end of the field in about 3 or 4 laps, and
that's the reality, isn't it?
This is a significant. So this is the side effect of coming in early to get out of one battle. He may eventually find himself in about another 3 or 4 with in
more battles than he just got out of. That's right. Yeah. Well, that's the gamble you take, I suppose. But look, we've got 85-minute race, and we're only we've got about 65 minutes to go. So there's still a fair chunk of time before these guys, sort of get to the middle stage of the race and start looking at doing those mid-race pit stops. Boys, look, I'm going to pay the bills. So we're going to just mention again, Asrnz 2024 GT3 Series 2. That's where you have joined us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here at MATCHFIT Entertainment, broadcasting it to you live, as always, on YouTube here tonight. Thanks for joining in. Hit the like and subscribe while I'm here. And we must thank Race Command, obviously, for putting all this together here at Asrnz, server suppliers and technical support. So thank you, ladies. And stick around at the end. We're giving stuff away. We have sponsors. We are giving stuff away. So hang around at the end of the stream and watch out for this. This is shaping up to be a really cracking race here, guys. I don't think I've seen the top 6 odd cars this close all season so far. We are in round 8 out of 10. Guys, what are your thoughts? where's it going to go?
I've got eyes on currently this Spence, Arrowsmith, Moss
Yeah,
battle.
Yeah,
big time.
Yep.
I feel like the original strategy from Arrowsmith and Moss here might have been to just be patient. Let's ride out behind him, but you know that can only last for a lap or two for a lot of us, and then we go, nah, I think I'm quick enough. I'll have a crack at him. And it looks like Stu.
He was listening to you.
I think he might have been. Now, see, Moss will be thinking, now I'll have a crack at him because I'm.
Oh, and he's got it done too.
And that'll be a track cut for Stewie there. That was well wide.
Yeah, you got to watch the track cuts here at Monza. That's going to be a risk towards the end of the race. We'll see them, the ones who are on 3. We'll notice it in their driving styles.
Quick replay out of Moss's car there into the second of the, is it the Lesbos there? Oh,
yeah.
And just getting a visual on how sideways the fake taxi was. And again, like you mentioned, guys, and Geordie Moss, the boss, around easily. Team got, you know, these guys give each other plenty of space.
Macro loss at the moment too, boys, from the back of the grid. Obviously, with the exception of Steve Rees making that pit stop, is currently sitting P10.
Yep, and the time about last time we mentioned Steve Rees, he was about 12 or 13 seconds behind the back of the field. That's now 5 seconds.
Yeah, so he's going to meet Phil Davis and Vaughan Martin pretty shortly.
Yeah, pretty quickly. Yeah.
Now, will they make it easy? Everyone's different here. Some guys will race on your position and to hell with the class. Others don't. I'm a bit more of, I don't want to get involved in another class's race. You know, I just if there's a pro coming up behind me, I'm like, no, make it easy. I don't get out of the way, but I don't defend it, you know, because that's not my race. I'm racing the other pro-ams. So I just wonder what the mentality will be for these guys.
Yeah, always interesting. Like we see it all the time, Rusty. Especially look recently, you know, J-Man and I here at MatchFit Entertainment broadcast some multi-class racing as well as we did on the weekend. And look, I think some of the slower guys, like they're involved in their own battle. You know, like sometimes, and quite easy just to be distracted by what's going on in front of you, and not being so aware of what's coming up behind you at some pretty rapid closing speed sometimes, as we see Koza on Antoon again.
Yeah, right on him.
Ooh. So, yes, look, easily distracted by what, like you said, what you're focusing on and where your battle is in front of you, and not what's coming up behind. Kosa, Antoon, that's not going to go away. We have still got 60 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, of this to go. We are only 25 minutes in so far. Don't go anywhere.
Carter's just getting much closer to Dayton,
Carter
isn't he, in the
Dayton.
last couple of laps?
Yeah. Let's do a lap with Carter here behind Dayton. Just quickly, let's watch this.
Oh, runs it wide over the sausages. He's going to have to give that position back, you'd think. He's not going to do it easily. Lets him swoop around the outside. So Dayton back in front. Nothing more frustrating. Drops a wheel in the grass on the left. Keeps it together. Losing ground. See, now, this is the thing.
Couple pigs there.
Yeah, you were in a position to overtake. You know, it doesn't quite work out. You get a little flustered for a couple of corners. Just got to settle down here. He knows he's got the pace. Get back up on the back, but that's invited the truffle pig, as you mentioned, J-Man, to start sniffing around the undergrowth here.
Yeah, also too, another battle forming, and it's an important one as well, as Melling, Jones, Enright, just trading some times throughout the last lap and a half, and that's tightened up to is only probably around about 1.2 seconds covering those 3 cars. So that battle's very much alive, and I am watching the Steve Rees battle, as we did mention that he is closing in on Davison and Co down to 2.8 seconds now. I'm just watching the laps there. 148.4. The lap before was a 148.5. You've still got Antoon doing 48.1s. You've still got Vic Chan doing 47s. You've got Jamie Kosa doing 48.3s. So, albeit he's on the strategy, and the tyre's not going to get any better as the race goes on, and his pace isn't matching the top 3 at the moment. So this is the point of time where he does need to make bank, and you got to factor in that those guys out there got track position. If they feel like the car tyre is actually going to go the distance at the back end, they have the option of just splashing and dashing it as well, and just really just making that pain really sink in. So
yeah, absolutely, J-Man, 100%. It was a gamble, I think, but I can definitely understand why he took it in the situation he was in. He was P7. He knows he's got kind of podium pace at minimum, and I think it was a Hail Mary. Let's just get out of here and try and find some track. But maybe the race will come. We have seen, different cars have second life in their tyres, and different cars will have different pace. We mentioned before the race that we're going to see a lot of variance in pace throughout the race. It's just, different cars have their different windows. So as we go on here, we could see times fluctuate or little incidents. There's always a random blue flag or something just around the corner to throw us back.
You know it. As we, all sorts of things. Absolutely. As we just see Wadsworth in the pits there, boys.
Yeah, and I see you picked up on that Timmy Nash, Nev Shields battle now. Nash got past Shields, but Shields has been coming back to him the last sort of lap and a half as well. So that Porsche, I don't know what's going on there. He's got the window wiper going. I can't see any rain. There's a fair bit of damage on the front of it as well. So maybe a fair bit of action inside the cockpit there. Or maybe you should take the window wiper to wave to us.
Just watching Rees here. He does have Davidson in front. Caught up to the back of him, had to get out of the throttle, so that's, very easy to lose time. He's just trying to look for the right time to get past. It's probably going to be here. As we approach Parabolica, Davidson rolls out of it. He's going to slot in behind, try and get a nice tow and catch up to his AM-class compatriots.
Campbell on the same strategy as Rees, guys, 15-second stop, so 1 second slower on the fuel dump, but however, he's going to come into that battle as well, boys. Exiting pit lane as we speak.
Carson's having a hell of a time trying to get past Aaron Enright here. That Mercedes is still an absolute rocket ship. It drives away from the McLaren at
Campbell,
different parts
Rees,
of the track.
turn 1.
Oh dear.
Oh, Rees gets him. He slots in between Rees and Davison.
Well, there you go. So it's already worked, this strategy, because on track, Campbell had about 3 positions on Rees, if I'm not mistaken, by the time he pitted.
Yeah, so Campbell coming out of the pits there. Rees sneaking past.
Well done. Now, how far can he go?
So that is this is where it all starts to come into fruition, isn't it? Like as he starts to chip through that top end of the field, as the pit stops start to equalise the positions here. What are we on about? 56 minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen. So we will see pit stops coming into the play for probably the next 15 minutes or so, or 20 minutes even.
Did we mention that Carter has taken Dayton? Because he has. He's got that job done.
And what's going on here too?
Just said Van der Venter and Aerosmith.
Aerosmith backwards, boys. What's going on there?
Yeah, so Van der Venter, it looked like Aerosmith was well backed off the throttle there, easily allowing. Let's see if we can pick up a replay of that, because that's Aerosmith. Is he fuel Look, he is way out in front of Van der Venter here as we just look up at a replay here, coming down to Parabolica from way back. Doesn't even contest it. So is Aerosmith either damaged or fuel conserving?
No, well, something's gone awry, mate, because he was up there with Jordan Moss and Tony Spence.
Moss has now been into the pits.
No. No, Mossy hasn't been into the pits, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right. It was a 3-way battle between Spence, Aerosmith, and Moss.
Yeah, Moss had just recently got Aerosmith, and he was off the back.
That's right.
So something's gone wrong there, but anyway. Kosa now weaving, having a big look at Phil Antoon now. As close as he's been at this part of the racetrack. So he clearly looks strong out of Ascari down to Parabolica, but just hasn't got the straight line to be able to grab that Honda. He pulls out of the draft and it just goes nowhere.
Come on, surely that Ferrari's got some punch on the Honda. Again, it takes him a while to get up under the wing here as we see him run across the start-finish line. Antoon covers to the inside. Kosa having to take the wide line. And Antoon, just great car placement, guys. You just can't doubt it, eh?
Something happening here with Stu. It makes me think mechanical, boys, because
something's going on.
He's got the Mustang right on his tail now. Steve Melling, who's actually got Aaron Enright just recently put a pass on Damien Jones to take that 13th spot away as well. So he's put a car between himself and Jones. Now has Steve Melling, and big move there on Aerosmith. Looked uncontested down to turn 1, 2.
Absolutely. Once again, we saw it with Vanderventer as well, J-Man. So Aerosmith well and truly in damage control at the moment.
Does have a commanding lead in the championship, so that is working in his favour. He can afford to be safe and finish here.
Yeah.
It does look like something's gone awry. You don't want a DNF, but definitely if you can get it home, you'll be trying.
So plenty going on here, ladies and gentlemen.
Kosa and Turn battle's still going. I just wonder, like, you know, I wonder if it's an angel on one shoulder, devil on the other here for Jamie Kosa. You know,
you think so?
One side of him would be saying, just slot in behind. Let's not burn our tyres up, as he does exactly.
Oh, he runs wide.
Yep. One part of you would be saying, let's just slot in behind, keep pace. The pace is okay. Let's not race now. We've still got an hour left. And the other side's going, go, get past him. Otherwise, you'll never get past him. Do it now. So
now Stewie Aerosmith's bonnet's well up. Guys, she's well beaten in the front. So
okay, let's see.
Heavy damage.
Let's see if we can pick up that on the camera. So that car was clearly damaged.
Yep.
And
I would say it's possibly an off at Ascari at some point. Where is he on track, Rusty?
Parabolica at the moment.
Gone around,
we'll grab a quick word. I know the drivers don't always like it, but Stewie Aerosmith, mate, I know you're on the front straight at the moment. Don't want to upset your rhythm too much. Bit of an incident there, mate. We've seen you drop back. What happened?
Yeah, unfortunately, I had a little bit of lag or something going on, chunking out on me. So unfortunately, in the middle of Ascari is not ideal. So yeah, ended up in the fence. Bit of damage. So I'm going to have to repair it.
Okay, mate. Well, you got a good buffer in the points in this title hunt at the moment, mate. So, yeah, smarter, not harder. You'll be fine, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys. I'll let Aaron go here.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, still a fair way to go, mate. Best luck for the rest of it, mate.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks, guys.
Thanks to Aerosmith there, ladies and gentlemen, in car and damaged. And, yeah, look, giving us some time in the comms box there to let us know what's going on. Oh,
still calm, isn't he?
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a shake in the voice. It's a little bit, oh, God. But, look, expected, obviously, after a big off in Ascari, like he mentioned, a little bit of maybe a lag spike, and we saw that, I think, maybe even last week from Stu Aerosmith, so maybe some matrix issues there going on. Motti on Spence now, boys. Look, getting very close here from Jordan Moss, Geordie, the boss Moss, down into one, having a good look. Just making sure Spence can see him in the mirrors there.
Keeping him honest.
Couple of McLaren.
Tim Nash just recently trundled through pit lane, boys, and took the opportunity to change the tyres and the fuel and repair the damage on the front end of that Porsche. So look for Tim Nash to be strong in the back end of this race with the likes of, I think, Shieldsy and Turner and co. So he'll have a good back end of this race with a clean car.
Definitely, as we just see Rees and Campbell sneak past Shields into Parabolica there. Yeah, look, Rees really assertive pass there, wasn't it? Rusty, you're obviously watching that.
Gotta be.
Yeah, look, and Campbell just like Shields ran a little bit wide because of it. And Campbell was right on it, wasn't he? And just took advantage of that little opening.
Campbell's just pulling him back too here. He's just getting a hold.
Yep.
Yeah, just getting a little hold of the back of that Aston Martin. In those kinds of situations, if you're in Ree's position, you're always looking to try and do the overtake in the worst possible position for the guy behind the guy you're overtaking.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out for him because Campbell snuck through.
Yeah, and numbers trending in the right direction for the front three guys, so Chan, Antoon and Koza. We know that Chan's got a comfortable 17.5-second margin up the road from Antoon, but I'm still monitoring the numbers coming out of the number 6 car. Last lap round of 48.7. We did have the front three drop into the 47s the previous lap. Koza on a 47.7. And on a 48.0 and Chan on a 47.5. So as the fuel burns coming off of those front cars, they are going quicker and all consistently around 3 to 5 tenths quicker at the moment than the Rees car. So that'll be a concerning number for Rees if he's aware of it.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
speaking
definitely.
of concerning numbers, guys, you mentioned the gap is at 19 seconds, J-Man, is that correct? Between Chan and Antoon?
17.5.
17.5. Well, I'm going to tell you what the magic number is. For a splash and dash, we're looking at around
magic number.
we're looking between 13 and say 15 seconds for a good splash and dash.
Yep.
A pit stop fuel tyres is setting you back about 30, 33, 34 seconds. So that 20 second, that's your magic number. If the gap gets over 20 seconds, then Chan can afford to come in, pit, put on fresh rubber, and come out and still lead the race.
Yep.
So that'll be concerning for the splash and dashes. They wouldn't like hearing that.
No, and it's such a short pit lane as well. I think that still does favour. It still does favour that
tyre change.
Tyre change as well, guys.
Yep.
So.
And look, and the guys at the top end, look, they know this stuff, haven't they? Don't they? They've crunched the numbers. They know what these trundle times are, and tyre changes, fuel, and etc. They really do sort these strategies out. So Vic Chan will be well aware on the gaps that he needs, and he will be keeping an eye on the deltas as we see Kosa. Look, Kosa in the Ferrari again, sliding up behind Antoon. I wonder, like when Kosa makes a little bit of a mistake like we saw earlier, does Antoon back off and just, like relax a little bit? I doubt it. So it's that Ferrari that much quicker that he's nearly gained all that back in the last 3 or 4 laps or so.
Yeah, I think so. Got to just pick up on Shane's comments. Yeah, Vic's clearly on island time at the moment. He is just completely out there.
Another one in Bali.
Yeah, doing his thing. Got to pick on the 222 car too, boys. Costas Makrolos just tucked up in behind Jordan Moss. This is on legit pace. I talked to you about that car's ability to race himself inside the 10. Which was at the time Jordan Moss.
Yeah.
And I think he super sideways coming through the Lesmo one there. He's clearly got the pace to I think to challenge Moss, Spence.
Definitely.
Dayton's probably a little bit too far up the road, boys, but certainly this Moss Spence battle, I think Makrolos is going to be well amongst it.
It's a good call and called early, J-Man. We are seeing a lot of these kind of looks a lot like little dirty air incidents, aren't we, tonight? Perhaps
the trailing car just getting a little bit deep.
Yeah,
on entry there.
Loose.
Yep.
Looks like a little bit of air under
agreed.
the front tyres for some reason, and we've seen that a lot tonight. Guys just having little mini moments, little half moments.
And look, and just touching on what you were saying there, J-Man, as well. Look, we've called Makrolos several times over over this year and late last year. And as we just see Mossy into the pits, we know Makrolos has got it on the right night. So
well, he's improved, hasn't he, throughout the season? Jamie mentioned last week. He's just getting his head around the setup of that Audi. What makes it tick.
Yeah, I mean, he probably would tell us otherwise, but I'd love to see him go one more time, another season in the Audi, because I tell you what, he's really getting the handle on it. And we've seen him in various manufacturers, and he's one of the guys, is consistently a top 5 car. I mean, he races potentially for the win against all these top runners. So he's got the goods. It's just trying to unlock the keys to that Audi.
That setup on that Audi.
Well,
yeah.
and that's the characteristic. This is why we love GT racing so much, guys. That's a characteristic of the Audi. It's a trait of the breed. It rewards people who have the options to stick through the hard times, and because it's got a very small setup window compared to, say, the BMW, which is the car I tend to drive, which any old idiot can step in and kind of be on pace a little bit, you know, in their class. The Audi's a different breed entirely. You really got to know it well and know how to set it up. And once you get over that kind of crest, then that's when you get the performance and the times start tumbling.
Couple of interesting stats coming out of the pit lane too, guys, just of recent time. Jordan Moss with a 20-second stop, so it's definitely it's a fuel only stop. However, it's quite a heavy fuel stop. And on the flip side as well, I'm going to pick on the 227 car, the OG Asrnz car of Damien Jones, 12 seconds. Hope he hasn't pulled a Mitchie here and underfueled that Lamborghini. Yeah.
Chan in, guys. Chan in the pits. So right on, bang on.
That's critical. Yeah.
Bang on halfway.
That is literally halfway, isn't it? By about 30 seconds there, Rusty.
Unreal.
So,
yeah.
Fresh rubber going on.
He's got a brand
he's
new
He's going to do it, isn't he?
So we know the pace. We know the pace we saw was true pace, wasn't it?
We'll grab a quick word as he just comes off the jacks, boys.
Make it quick.
Yeah, we won't upset him too much because he's going to come out into traffic. But Vic Chan doing a beautiful job out there, moment, opting for the tyre strat tonight.
Yeah, mate. Boys, I am. Just changes then.
Yeah, look, mate, in a completely different postcode here tonight, the Bentley. Vic, you look so comfortable. Does it feel like that behind the wheel tonight?
Yeah, the car feels comfortable. I think they'll be battling behind me, so maybe that's helping.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Hey, look, we won't upset you too much. You're in a really nice rhythm at the moment, mate. But well done on that opening stint. That was just fantastic, mate. All the best for the back end.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Kosa and Toon.
Oh, it's happening now.
Oh, it is hot.
You guys are still excited. It's been like this the whole race.
The devil is winning the conversation. He pulls out of it.
It's on.
Wants a good run here out of Parabolica. Gets it. Looks very nice.
Oh, the Honda's so nice through the Parabolica. See the pace out of Ascari, though, that the Ferrari gets. It is all over the back of Antoon. But then coming out of the Parabolica, the Ferrari's just like in catch-up mode. And again, down into one here. Kosa on the back foot. It's in catch-up mode again after literally just smashing the back of the Honda on the way down to the Parabolica. Like literally got 4 or 5, maybe more car lengths between them out of one. So to and fro lap, isn't it?
It is, mate. It just looks to me too like the Ferrari he's able to be a little bit more aggressive on the curves, and that's probably why he's able to make up so much time through Ascari and around this part of the track that they're going around now. It looks like the Honda's just a little bit more tentative going over those curves than the Ferrari.
Yeah, and I think it's getting off the curb. It's just like feeding the power back on. It looks like the Ferrari can sort of mash the throttle a little bit harder. And again, as we run down this back curve straight here towards Ascari, and we'll see it again. Just watch Kosa through Ascari. Look at the braking again of the Ferrari up on the curbs, up on that final curb, that final left-hander there, and look at the run again. And June
pops out of the air gap there, and he just out of the draft, and he just can't do anything with it.
It's got nothing. Great action from these two. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining us here tonight for Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2. Hit the like and subscribe button. Please hit the like and subscribe button to help MatchFit along. Live broadcast again here tonight to YouTube as these boys, Antoon and Kosa, just running down. I think that is Vanderbenter just coming out of the pits. gets very awkward. Koza drawing the short straw there. Plenty to go. 39 minutes here, round 8 at Monza for the Enduro. 85-minute Enduro, compulsory pit stop.
How many? Carter in the lane too, boys.
Yeah, still a few to pit stop, ladies and gentlemen.
I was just going to say, it's working out swimmingly for Vic Chan. Just the big brain split the race in half.
The big brain.
The big brain pit stop strategy. Let's just do it in 2 halves, because what's happening here is he's got himself a nice bit of clear air in front. And as he's approaching them, they're coming in for their stop. So they're just clearing the way for him. It's smooth sailing. Everything's working out so far.
Yeah. So look, you got to give it to him, mate. Look, the Bentley really is performing tonight. But like he said himself, boys battling behind him, and the Bentley on point. It's really sort of opened the door, hasn't it? So, running with it again is Vic Chan. Fantastic looking car that actually won the best livery competition at the beginning of the season there, J-Man, as well. The Vic Chan car. So, yeah, beautiful looking car, doing the business. Kosa and Antoon again out of Parabolica. This is not going to go away, ladies and gentlemen. Who's going to stop first? Throw it out there in the chat box. Who do you reckon is going to stop first out of these two? Are they going to cover each other off? Who knows?
Interesting, yeah. Wonder if that's thinking. I wonder if Koza's thinking about that right now, J-Man. Should I go for an undercut here?
Well, he probably needs to. So the last 2 laps, Steve Rees has been 1/10 faster than both of those cars, than Antoon and Kosa. So the pendulum swung back the other way now. So he is on an older tyre, but as this tyre here and these guys engaged in this battle carry on, you're looking at a 48.8 for both those guys. And last round, Rees was a 48.7, so not a lot in it, and they were a good 3 to 5 tenths faster for a good portion of that stint when he made his early stop. So they may have a bit of buffer, but just trying to crunch the numbers on those 2 guys there. 20, okay, so 21, 33.
Okay, Batty's throwing it out there.
Nah, they can. I think at this point of time, I think there's potential for them to grab a tyre as well and truly up there. I think they might be safe there. Oh, hang on.
Matty T's joining us in the chat, guys. Thanks for joining us, Matty. It's good to see you. Hope to see you on the track one day soon. So hope everything's working out. She's just mentioning that she's never seen Mav, Phil Antoon, do a splash and dash as Jamie Koza gets right up on the back again. It's really unsettling, that Ferrari through Parabolica, the distance when that closing speed in the braking zone. So Phil Antoon goes through, they both go through again. So Matty's saying, never seen Phil Antoon do a splash and dash. Well, 35 minutes to go. You know, if you are putting on another set of, I mean, now is the time. Any more than this and you're probably missing out. You know, you're sacrificing. We're getting close to that window closing where you may as well stay out, because you're not going to have enough laps on the fresh set to make up the difference anyway.
That's right.
I think they're already inside the window by my calculations. You look at your totem there on your race control telemetry there, Rusty, and I think they've got enough.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at 22 seconds back to Tony Spence, another 19 seconds back to Hendo, which is now Vic Chan, 20 there, 43 seconds there, then Melling, and then Rees is back 7.1 back from Melling, or 6, well, Melling's actually just in the lane, or was that Hendo?
No, that's Hendo in the lane there, Joe, man.
Hendo in the lane, so I'm saying they've got enough already.
Oh, and Simpson, was it Simpson? Yeah, no, Hendo in the lane.
So another one gets out of the way of Vic Chan.
Yeah, well, pretty well.
Running.
That's right. Yeah, and Chan now in provisional 4th. Kosa all over the back of Antoon once again to Ascari. And
this
here we
could be
go.
the one here. This could be it.
He's super
But Antoon just places the car. Look at this. Oh no, he's gone to the outside. Here we go. Is there over? Oh, whoa!
Gets out of it.
Whoa. This is good.
Those boys will be absolutely loving this. Who is that?
They will be. They will be. Makalos on Hendo. Hendo would have been just coming out of the pits there, Jamie.
Yeah, copy. So that sees him up to a provisional 13th. Still plenty of people to stop in front of him. I think we still got Melling, obviously Turner, Shields. I think they would be relevant positions that Costas will make up. So could see him once again, like I mentioned, being somewhere towards the 10.
Oh, Hantoon with a mistake through.
Oh boy.
Turn 2 chicane there. Carries through.
But Koza's still behind.
Look, I think he may have just rolled out of it looking at the Delta.
Yeah, definitely J-Man. Keeps him in front. Kosa, will we smell the blood of the Honda though? I suspect. A mistake.
Shields in.
Oh, Shields in, J-Man.
Yeah, Shields in, but what it did is it allowed Dayton to get a little bit closer.
Dayton's there as well, yeah. Geordie Moss as well, just running across the line. But you look at that, just that whip of a mistake from Antoon, I'm sure has inspired Kosa to attack even more. And then we see Antoon very wide, pushing the front end of the Honda.
He's feigning to go in the pits every now and then.
Just see him out of the second phase of the Parabolica there. Look, the Honda looked like it was understeering. This is tight.
48.1. Reether's last lap time around was 48.6. So, albeit they're in battle, Antoon and Kosa, they're still hitting the right numbers at the moment. Got nothing on Vic Chan last lap round, 47.500.
Wow.
So,
yeah.
Miles away at the moment is the Bentley.
Oh, look, in clear air, and he's just loving life there. Vic Chan smashing it out in the Bentley. Unlike these two, hard in battle. Like you said, these guys will be really enjoying this, won't they? Hard in battle. Very, very close stuff. This is what they come. This is what they come to do, isn't it? You know, like really run hard. Who is that actually?
That's Sam Carson. So they've just
Carso.
got a couple of blue flags up ahead, which can always throw a little bit of a spanner into the works every now and then if things go awry. So they'll be hoping to just get through here clean. Probably on this back straight after Ascari. You don't want to do it in Ascari.
So over the back wing of Carso now, you can see second and third position.
It's going to roll right out.
These guys just trying to pick up a bit of slip off the back of that McLaren.
Oh, that was close.
Oh, Kosa probably just drawing the short straw there again, just having to keep it tight. That Ferrari on the inside of the Parabolica. Great run though. Maybe he should change his tact in the Parabolica. He just ran out of there so hot. Look at this. Soon covering.
If he can hold it around.
Oh, I thought Kosa actually really did draw the short straw there down into the Parabolica, but really came out of it nicely. But again, that Honda out of T1 chicane there is so quick. It really does get the power down. Oh man, it's got nothing for it. Beautiful to watch.
It's a Honda tow trucker right there. Shame Florida. Dayton very close on Carter too.
Carter.
Melling running a super long run here, boys, as he just pulls it into pits, as I just say that.
So 30, what have we got? 29, just under 30 minutes to go here. So yeah, Melling it, leaving it, what, 55 minutes in to the race.
Good run. good run. He'll be fully focused on the Damien Jones car, and he's had the measure so far tonight.
Just a little update on the Steve Rees strategy. We've left Steve B for a big chunk of this race, and just looking back, currently running P5, that will turn into P4 because Tony Spence will need to pit.
Yep.
He has done a tremendous job
Well,
because
so
he
will
was running in P7, I believe, when he pitted. So
Now,
it's worked.
and Toon and Koza got a pit as well. So it'll be interesting
Yeah, but
to
if
see
you look
where-
at the margins, 27 seconds down to Spence, another 14.2 seconds to Vic Chan, and
Costa
another
in.
19 seconds from there. So
Sorry to interrupt. Kosa in.
he,
There you go.
by my calculation, he could comfortably take a tyre here.
Now, Antern will know that Koza's come in, so he will be trying to push here. Get a nice quick lap on. Koza will be doing the same on his outlap. I suspect that Antern may just copy here and just fly in this next
15
lap.
second stop here for Koza. He's just gone
good.
for the splash and dash.
Oh, here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Probably going to
it's-
ensure that Antern definitely doesn't
Now,
get cars
now it is the battle of the pit stops. Who has got the better run in? Who has got the better in and out lap here between Antoon and Kosa? Light up the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this from Carter Dayton. It's on.
It is on. And no problem
Turn
there
it back.
for Kosa covering off Rees, boys. No problem at all. Well ahead.
And Vic Chan's race, I mean, he's 8 seconds ahead of P2 with a fresh set of rubber on. So it has worked fantastically well. Chan's pace has
hasn't
been
it?
exceptional.
Yep.
Is Antun coming into pits this lap? It's just rounding Parabolica now. Will he cover off Koza or will he back himself
Immediately.
to get some fast laps in?
He keeps going.
He keeps going. Interesting. So this will
And
play
look,
out at
look
the
in the
end.
background there. That's Steve Melling. Post pit stop's got Damien Jones right behind him, boys.
Yep.
Wow.
0.6 of a second separates them after 55 minutes of racing and an alternate pit strategy.
That championship battle, that Pro-Am championship battle, it's going to go right down to the last race. of the
yeah.
race,
Steve
isn't it?
butchers the first
Oh
K.
yeah, and it puts Starks right up behind him in the Lambo there, J-Man.
Melling's normally very gracious on track. I don't think he's going to be in this situation, though. I reckon he's going to defend like his life depends on it here.
Oh, I think so too, Rusty. I agree. Oh, look, he
Oh,
covers.
look how
He
close.
covers.
And they got Carson riding behind them, and that's for position as well too, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't want to muck around too much.
So top racing here all the way through the field. So Melling Jacques, 13th and 14th respectively here. We've also
Good to
got
see Louis van der Venter back on track, guys. It's been a few rounds since Louis joined us. Good to see that car again, having a
Yeah.
fantastic race in the end.
Having a great race.
Yeah, well,
P16.
he's tucked in. Yeah, he's tucked in there in between that Melling Jacques battle and the Shields Wadsworth battle that's also going on. So yeah, Carso and Vanderventer, they're in a little bit of clear air, but nice work from those two guys.
Antun coming around Parabolica one more time. Let's see if this is going to be the lap.
This will be it, boys. I think
Oh
he's
yeah, he's tight. Is he tighter? Oh,
No.
maybe not. No. Yes. No. 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 No.
Keeping us guessing.
also Macrolos Moss, boys. That battle is reconvened post pit stops as well. Macrolos on the back of Moss, looking for that top 10 spot.
Doing a tremendous job. Starting at the back of the field, of course, missed qualifying. He's kept it clean.
Oh,
Worked his way through.
Wadsworth down the inside of Shields.
Oh, he's got it done. Shields.
Yeah.
Wadsworth
Faked him,
on Shields. Nice work from those two. Heaps of respect.
Nev's been in the wars tonight. He's been in battles constantly, basically, from the start of the race.
Melling's defending again, once again. Same spot. Jark's right on him.
Oh, he covered. He was covering. He's been.
Carson's taken 4/10 out of that out of that gap too while they've been doing it. So
Yeah, he's been
Not long
covering. He covered the last lap. It looks like he's
Macross.
still covering on
Macross
Sharks.
gets it done.
Oh, Macross through.
On Moss, yep.
Oh, here we go. On the outside too, mind you, under the Brembo Bridge, down to Ascari. Moss just like, I've got nothing for that Audi. Lets him through. So, nice work, Dayton on Carter as well, ladies and gentlemen. Mate, plenty going on. That is close, actually, guys. And look at Carter wriggling under brakes, really pushing the limits of the McLaren there. Dayton just like, yeah, mate, I'm here. I'm coming. So, Carter working for his position at the moment. Provisionally 7th. So, yeah, top 10 stuff from these guys.
The hybrid Honda stays out for another lap, boys.
Again?
oh,
look at
big
the
moment,
Sam
Carso and
Oh, who's that?
Sharks.
Yeah, you want to replay on Rees.
Okay,
Is that
replay on
Timmy Nash?
Rees.
On possible. He's on track. You'll see what I mean when you see it. Could have been all over there.
Sure whether we picked up on that. Oh yeah, just missing. Who was that in
Just
front of
Timmy
him?
Nash.
Wow.
Oh, that was a brown flag for the current championship leader right there.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Oh. Because
Got it.
anything there, that would have seen Antoon leading the championship by the end of this race.
We must pick up. I don't know whether I want to pick up on the Sharks Carson because where Carso's got past Jarkus there.
You did. Yep.
But Dayton Carter as well. That's spread a little bit. How? Look, one sector of this track can change the gaps so quickly here. But yeah, Dayton definitely given plenty of pressure on Carter. I think we've got Chan coming up on Spence.
And there's a blue flag in
What's
the way.
going on here? Look at
Shields.
Chan right in amongst. This is dangerous for
Gizzing.
Chan. He's
I don't know if
amongst.
this is worth it. Oh,
Oh, really?
dear. Give each other space. Well done.
Oh,
Oh,
mate,
how much?
serious.
Oh no!
It hangs on to it.
Whoa, that is so close.
Oh, it's chaos.
Mate, that is hectic through there.
Wow, through. Oh my!
Well done to both drivers.
That is hold your
Again,
breath
Chan,
stuff.
a little
and
bit of
Chan
gizzing
still,
on the back of
oh, no. And there's Aerosmith just going, oh, thank you very much. Oh, just get in the mix there. It's going to be 3
It's
wide. It's going
Spence
to be
in
a
the
drag
lane.
race. Who is that in the lane? Spence.
Spence, yeah.
Spence.
He's just like, I don't want
He might have
anything
been
to do
wanting
with
to
that.
go. Yeah, he might have been wanting to go, and if he did, he probably should have yielded at Ascari and tucked him behind Chan. But unless that was just a part of that bump and through
bump and
parabolic, I'm
grind.
not sure.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, minimise
Mate.
the lost time. You
Wow. That got hectic very quickly. Look, Chan really put himself, I don't know,
Wasn't much in it.
found himself in a really awkward position there, didn't he?
Yeah, it
in
was the
amongst all that.
lightest. It was the lightest of taps, and the Spence car just unfortunately just got a little bit loose, and that was enough to break traction just long enough for a little bit of gizzing in Parabolica.
Oh, we love a bit of kissing.
Spence with a 14-second stop too, boys. So nice and efficient, quick splash and dash. Going to see him come out probably somewhere maybe just in front of Moss.
Carson on Melling. He's got it done.
Yep. I was thinking Melling probably didn't want to fight that one too hard. Try and stay focused to keep the OG Asrnz car. Is Antoon in the lane, boys?
Oh,
There we
here we
go.
go, finally.
20 minutes to go in the race. Those tyres have worked hard. It's not over yet for them. We don't suspect he's going to change tyres, but as Matty reported from pit lane earlier, that He's not known to do splashes and dashes.
Well,
so this will be new territory.
Anyway, he's had to work for his position
Oh,
tonight.
13 second stop, boys. It is the second fastest stop of the night. The first being Damien Jones. Remember, on the 12 seconds. So
10 round Parabolica.
Koza round Parabolica.
Antoon
should
just
be
coming
safe
out.
here from Koza. Oh, no, it's going to be closer than we think. Koza's got a head of steam. They're probably going to meet at the chicane.
Yeah, maybe a car or two between them, though. So,
oh, no, look, it's very strong for Antoon.
Oh, very
He's
strong.
made a ton of time.
He has, but it's still stuck. And look, they've got a car between them, I think, as well.
That's
There.
a blue flag. Yeah, that's Vaughan Martin in the Fucker Local, getting some camera time there
yes,
for the Fucker
the
people.
Fucker, yes, we covered that off earlier.
Yep. Well done.
so now that that's all
Well
shaken
done.
out, guys, Macrolos is in a legitimate 8th place from the back of the grid. So that is a fantastic drive. Last lap round at 47.9. So just a tenth slower than the pace that last lap round of Vic Chan's Bentley. So really does show how much pace that Audi's got on board.
Definitely.
Would outvote Lando Norris for driver of the day with that kind of performance.
Big question.
Turner in the pits as well, ladies and gentlemen.
What could have been done from a strong quality position tonight? Costas Macrolos.
Definitely got the pace.
Oh, for sure. Like I mentioned earlier, J-Man, like we called Costas when he's on point, and very quick, worthy of a mention. Spencer Moss as well. Moss with a bit of an up and down race tonight. I don't know. He doesn't look
he'd be happy. Yeah, he's a little bit of inside baseball. Monza's not his favourite track in the world.
Oh,
so
well.
he'd be happy that he's running 9th currently, I think.
Well, in the top 10, he will be definitely taking that. If even if Spence gets him, still a bit of a gap back to Hendo there. So nice work from Hendo as well. Currently running provisional 11th. So nice work, but yeah, Mossy, probably like you said, probably not gelling with the Monza circuit, and Spence really starting to put the pressure on.
The Tim Nash fan club, boisterous as usual in the YouTube chat. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. We have lost Tim Nash, unfortunately.
Yeah, we lost
like
Timmy. I think it was Lesmo number 2, I think.
The Tim Nash fan club didn't hang around last week and noticed that he won the spin the wheel last week. Did you hear that, Nash boys, you Nash fan club? So you can all give him a big woohoo for last week, because he won the cash prize from last week, did Timmy Nash. So
he won the cash prize and the hearts of the audience.
Oh, absolutely. Got plenty of airtime too. It's spectacular as always. Now we have cameras on Damien Jacques Jones.
Yeah, just trying to hunt down this Mustang of Melling.
He's got his work cut out for him. I have a feeling that Mustang's a bit of a pig in a straight line and just gets cracking and leaves the Lambo behind. Although Melling's like, oh geez,
he struggles
sideways
with the first chicane, doesn't he? And that's where Jacques is quite accurate through there. So once again, he'll find himself defending.
Yeah, well, I think Steve has done a fair bit of defending against Sharks tonight already, and continues to as we start to wind down here. 15 minutes to go in this 85-minute enduro here. Round 8 at Monza for Asrnz's 2024 GT3 Series 2, ladies and gentlemen, proudly broadcast to you by MATCHFIT Entertainment, of course, because you can hear my voice, Rusty and J-Man banging on as usual. Please hit the like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. The button's just there. Just click it. Just click it now. Let's thank obviously MATCHFIT and Race Command for bringing all this to you in all its glory here on the internet tonight. Thursday nights, ASR is where you've got to be. And just look, Damien Jones and Steve Milling know that, because look at this stuff going on right in front of you. Stick around for the end of the stream. Especially, well, maybe not the Nash fans anymore, because he's not going to win any more money this season. But stick around, guys. We're going to give away stuff. So hang around to the end of the stream. Like I said, hit the like and subscribe, but buckle up. 14 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. Zucks on Melling.
Being very patient here, driving with a lot of control. This is the strong point.
Yeah, Melling just cannot get that apex, the second part of that chicane. He just really, really struggles. Manages to get the power down once he gets going, though, but Jark's with the run again. And he's staying right with him. Going to show the nose, bit of an overlap here.
Oh, look, these guys know each other so well, don't they? Very respectful drivers. A couple of, like, you know, silent achievers, aren't they? Yeah, these two guys, you know, like they don't feature a lot in the championship, so to speak. But look, at the end of the day, they are there. They're there in the points. They do come up in the Hall of Fame as winners in their own right. So, and here we are tonight. Look, these two going at it. Where are they in the points there, Rusty?
Well, they may not be in contention for the overall championship, but their Pro-Am class championship, because it's always about the class that you're racing in. That's the one you want to win. And their championship could go down as the closest ever in Asrnz history, the way it's working out. I'm deadly serious. There's only 6 points separating them.
Yeah.
This is going to be, I've just got a feeling, watching these two, just put that in your mind, tattoo that on your brain, and remember it in the last race of the super sprint round at Bathurst in the last round of the year.
Yeah, well, we've only got, 2 more rounds to go.
That's right, 2 to go. Donington's up next.
Donington
always throws up great results, great racing.
You know it. And then Bathurst, the killer, yes.
Super sprint round at Bathurst too, so.
Oh, we love that.
1 and 2 in the title hunt for that Pro-Am title, so very much that's the battle right there.
A little bit better that time from Melling, I think.
Dayton Campbell.
Oh, he's having a big look down the inside.
Oh, swoop
the control from Dayton. Like, literally nearly had overlap there and just pulls that McLaren back from...
Well, it was squirming under brakes.
Oh, mate, and they just...
Melling loses the position to Jark.
He's lost the position to
Jark.
Jark.
He got it. Oh, hang on. Let's go back there.
There was a little error there, I think, from Steve.
Here we go. Oh, look, he really did open the door, though. Just picking up on the replay there. Melling, pop gamble here. This is close. This is the next one. On the list now, Campbell, Dayton's 5th and 6th respectively. On track. Closest battle.
Dayton
in the race at the moment.
Fantastic pace here tonight.
Dayton has. I think he's come on towards the end of the race a little bit more. Didn't qualify overly well. I mean, look, we've seen Dayton qualify better. But look at him here. All over the back of Campbell. It's just like he's just owning.
Well, out of the 3 of these cars, boys, just remember, Campbell's the only one who splash dash. Dayton and Carter both took a tyre.
Ah, there we go.
So with 10 minutes to go, it doesn't get any better for Mitchy Campbell because you've got a couple of McLarens riding behind you with fresh rubber. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, he is definitely going to struggle. Carter, Dayton. Look at Carter on the back of Dayton. Wow.
Yeah, John with an
Dayton
opening stint, and I feel like he's going to finish strong here.
Yeah, obviously Dayton getting held up.
Yeah, he's just got to be cool
Campbell.
here, Dayton. He really attacked it through Ascari, and it was a bit dangerous, you know. Just
he's cool. Sandwiched. He's got Carter just peppering the back of his car. He's really got to get a move on. He's got to get past Campbell. Yes. Look at him wriggling around there through the parabolica and out. Carter's going to push him here. Look at this. He's got the run.
Double draft.
Dayton's dropped off the back of Campbell there. Big wriggle,
big wriggle from
Dayton. Oh, he's gone down the outside. Oh, no!
He's bent it.
No.
Not enough. Yeah.
He's got it going again, but Macrolos, look at Macrolos. He's going to feature in this. He's up P7 now. He's just tucked in behind Carter and Campbell now. And as I mentioned, the pace of this car. So last lap round, once again, Macrolos, out of all these cars, he's the only guy banking 47s, 147.9. So got considerable pace over these guys. He's coming.
It doesn't get any better for Mitch because he's just replaced one with the other. Now John Carter's on the back of him. So
like Mitch is just thinking, what the
hell?
hell? Yeah, that's right.
Macrolos is only 1.8 seconds behind these two as well, so he's next. Oh, Mitch goes a little bit wide, drops a wheel off the... I think you're right, Jamie, and I think he's really struggling to get that Ferrari to the end.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the rubber's done.
Yep. Campbell, under attack. Can he do it? Let us know. What's your view? Hit us up in the chat box, guys. Can Campbell hold the McLaren's out? Has the Ferrari got the measure on shit tyres? Oh, no. 7. What do we got? 8. Little under 8 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen. And it's close. Look, personally, I don't think Campbell's got it. I think, look at Cam. I think Dayton was more polite about, like on the attack with Campbell. I don't think Carter's going to be so polite. I think
this would be fitting for Carter. This is kind of
here he comes.
A testament to his race.
Here he is right now. Campbell's got nothing. There it is.
OES teammates as well. He overcooks it.
Oh, no! Oh!
Keep it straight, don't get in the way.
Oh.
Well, he gained a big chunk of time there, didn't he?
Oh, my God.
Despite, against all odds, he's managed to open up a 0.7 gap there. No, I think he's going to redress that. I think he's going to give it back, yes.
I think he does, yeah.
48-2.
Look...
49s plays a 48-2 for Macrolos, so I'm still factoring Macrolos to be in this battle in the next lap.
Oh, for sure. And especially with little faux pas like that. And look, all kudos to Carter. He knows he's got the pace on Campbell to do it properly, doesn't he? And like whether that was was legit or not.
Dave, he was also sitting behind Dayton when he did the exact same thing and braked too late into turn 1. That's exactly then the very next lap. The other McLaren, Carter goes and does the exact same thing and brakes a little too late.
And these guys have got tyres.
Yeah.
Okay.
They won't be as good now after those lockups.
No, definitely not. As we get out of the front of Macalos's car, chasing the back of Carter and doing a pretty fine job. He's probably just watching all this unfold in front of him and just thinking, okay, look, one or both of these guys are going to make a mistake here. And I could gain a couple of positions. He could literally, Macalos could literally end up in 5th position here.
He could, yeah, it's on.
So it is definitely on for Macalos. He's just going to keep his head in the only Audi in the field, mind you. So kudos to Macalos as we watch Carter on Campbell.
This is going to favour Macrolos again.
He's going to get it done properly this time. Campbell just goes, yeah, thanks, mate. I knew you had it the first time. Macalos is just like, yeah, baby, let's go. We're on it.
Good on you, Uncle Joe. Glad you're enjoying the broadcast, mate. We're having a blast up here because these guys are turning it up.
We love it.
This is also big points for John Carter in the Silver Class Championship battle. He is chasing down Sam Carson, who's currently in P2. Sam Carson running P12, Carter P5. The championship leader, Stu Arrowsmith, P18. So a big bag of points here for Carter.
Guys, if it gets this far, watch this Costas Macrolos Audi into Parabolica and the line he takes. He comes in very, very hot, fires the nose of that car very, very shallow and early on the entry. So just watch that. Just watch that this lap round. You can see him pushing really, really hard, using every bit of track there.
As was Mitchell Campbell. Mitch, obviously, with little to no rubber. But yeah, look, this is winding down. 4.5 minutes to go, ladies and gentlemen, in the Asrnz 2024 GT3 Series 2. Yes, J-Man.
No, just saying, just watch this here as they come down the straight here, heading towards Parabolica. You watch the way that he approaches the apex to this corner. It's very, very different than a lot of the cars around him.
he runs inside very early.
Yep.
Runs wide. Gets up on the curb.
Incredibly wide.
Oh dear.
He's pushing. He's got a couple of laps up his sleeve. He's got to get that right, J-Man. I see what you're saying now. Hadn't picked up on it before. Campbell's got nothing. We know that. He's running out of rubber. He's vulnerable to Makalos. Makalos really does need to keep his head here because he has got at least one more position up his sleeve. If he can get that done, just rounding off one of the lapped BMWs there.
He will have time.
He
I know
does.
it
He
sounds
does.
silly
Yeah.
with 3.5 minutes to go, but he's going to have 2 laps at least, maybe 3. So we just have to see where Vic Chan is.
We
in
just
relation to
just
the
picked
timer.
up on Enright getting just smashed on the outside by Harris Smith through Ascari here. Just picking up on the replay here. Have a look at this. Harris Smith just like it's nothing. Clearly repaired that car. Has the front end grip like a demon and sneaks past Enright very sweetly. We will get back to this Campbell battle. This is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. Look at these
Makalos
two.
deep again into Wiscari.
Oh,
Yep.
no.
Loses momentum.
So just pushing, just trying to... It's so easy to push too hard, isn't it? He knows he's got the advantage. Campbell doing a fantastic job just to, look, show
He knows
enough...
what's under him. Yeah.
Well, he shows enough pace to make Makalos push harder. You know, like he that's what I just see. You know, it's just like Makalos knows he's got to push hard to get past Campbell, and even Campbell on a shit tyre is making it work.
Well, it's all well and good to be fast when the car's fast, but it's a different skill entirely to be able to hold out and manage a car that's not really working for you and still get the best result. And he's doing a good job of it.
He is. So Makalos in the Audi. Here we go, close again. A
A
little
lot
over
tidier
a
this
minute.
time around.
Yeah, definitely a lot tidier this time around. They are going to get this lap and at least one more in by the looks of it.
Yeah, it'll be this one and one more. So
Yeah.
Chan coming down to Parabolica now. So it'll be he'll be about to start the last lap.
So Chan, not with a lot of airtime tonight. As usual, when these boys step out and get into another postcode, we did get him on comms though, didn't we, boys? And have a quick chat. And yeah, just smashing it out as we see here over our comms that the leader is on the final lap. But Makalos on Campbell, that is where the battle is at the moment. A couple other little things going down in the background here. Enright and Shields, a couple of Red Bull cars here. Ferrari v Mercedes, J-Man and
Boy,
Rossi.
it's tight.
Look at this.
Yeah, Turner, I don't think he wants any. I don't think Turner wants anything to do with this battle, but he does want the points by staying in that position. So.
And that's Aaron Smith just in front, just going, look, you guys can have that. You know, a couple of Red Bull boys. And, yeah, those guys going hard at it. It will be interesting to see how that shapes out at the end of the night.
Mitchy Campbell off in the lane. Light on fuel, boys.
no,
Light
no,
on
no,
fuel.
no.
Oh,
Not
no!
again. Not again.
I was just going to say, Makalos in clear air. What happened there? So Makalos through Campbell
Oh,
in
no.
the lane. Wow.
One lap. One lap.
What?
Chan just coming through Ascari for the last time. Boys just tucked up in behind Steve Melling. So Chan lapped all the way up to P15, heading towards P14. So such is the run.
Wow.
Man, it's not like this.
Wow.
What's cost us Macrolos, guys, up into P6 after
Mate,
starting last,
look.
not qualifying.
That is a testament to his persistency, I think, tonight, and just like starting from the start
Vic
from the
Chan.
pit lane? Bloody hell! Vic Chan across
And
the
winner, winner,
line
chicken dinner.
for tonight's Asrnz 2024 GT3 Series 2 round 8, ladies and gentlemen, here at Spa Enduro compulsory pit stop. Phil Antoon across the line in second. We have Costa. Oh, God, that could have been a closer battle. Rees with a strategy change there. I just wonder whether his initial setup was quite right. He's come back after the first pit stop car for the night.
Sensational drive.
So
P4,
great stuff.
he'd be
Worked
chuffed with
his way. Oh, absolutely. Carter rounding Parabolica as well in 5th position. Macrolos rounding Parabolica as well in the Audi. He'll be stoked with that, guys.
100% he will from the back of the pack.
Wow. 6th position. Matty Dayton, 7th. Geordie Moss in 8th. He'll be stoked with that as well. Tony Spence in 9th. And Hendo rounding, just turning in there in the Aston into Parabolica, rounding out the top 10.
Campbell, P11. Unfortunate for Mitch. Was looking at P6. Could have been a lot worse.
It could have been a lot worse. So dropping to 11th it isn't too shabby, is it, guys? Yeah. Carso.
Steve Melling shadowing Jarks for this final position.
Oh, here we go. So Carso in 12th. Jones in 13 with Melling all over the back of him.
Yep.
As they roll across the start-finish line. So Jones, Jarkus and Melling, 13th and 14th respectively.
Meaning that championship battle, that lead that Melling has over Jones, it's 2 points now.
There you go.
It's a 2-point lead.
Yeah. Good stuff. Oh, look, we'll kick back off into it pretty quickly. We'll get it through this because there's a bit to get through tonight, plus a spin the wheel.
Let's do that.
So, first cab off the rank tonight, and I did want to ask this guy, what was the part number on the back of the Honda tonight there, Jamie Costa?
Oh, look, he'd know it for sure.
I think I'm going to have nightmares about that tonight.
Oh, mate, seriously, if you could just grab a couple more mile an hour every time you pulled out of the slipstream, mate, it went nowhere. I felt for you so many times, mate. Boys were still getting excited like 40 minutes in, and I'm like, it's been the same every lap, lads. He's having an attack every time they hit the Parabolica. So, hey, look, great result though, Jamie, and a great race, mate. You would have enjoyed that battle, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was great. Matt did a great job keeping me at bay. To be honest, I don't think I would have been that much faster. In fact, the half a lap I think it was that I did get ahead of him. He got straight back past me, and yeah, there's only really one place I was quicker than him, and that was through Ascari. But he then had the advantage on me out of the first chicane. He just drove away there. The weight didn't help me there, but I think it led to us being pretty even over the lap.
Yep, we did notice. If you watch back on the stream, we did analyse it, and we could see that clearly, very quick through Ascari, and that run down to the Parabolica, super quick, put loads of pressure on. But then out of the first chicane, had nothing, mate. It must have been so frustrating.
Yep, absolutely. So it was just about waiting for a mistake. He made a couple of little ones, and I wasn't able to take advantage. But he did a great stint because he ran super long, and I was kind of waiting for that notorious Honda tyre management to maybe play into my favour, and it never did. So he kept them alive really well, and Vic was just imperious out front.
Yeah. So are you waiting for Mav to or Phil to stop? Did he just leave it so long that you just you had to go yourself?
Yeah, I had a few laps left, but I thought I'll just have a go. It might be the only way I can get an undercut or something, but yeah, he went quite a few laps later actually, and
he did.
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah, good stuff. Absolutely fantastic racing, mate. Got a lot of airtime tonight, did JC? So well done, mate. Another fantastic race out there with a couple of your old sparring partners. So enjoy that one, buddy, and chat. Thanks for the chat. Looking forward to next week.
No worries. Cheers, fellas.
Cheers, Jamie.
Awesome.
All right, Nico, and we'll get to hear the other side of the story now from Mav, aka Phil Antoon. So yeah, he probably had the part number of JC's car embedded in his rear vision mirror. So Mav, you got us on comms?
G'day guys, how are you?
Mate, fantastic race and a great defence job on Jamie Kosa because he looks so strong through Ascari, and they just had nothing on the run down to Parabolica. It must have been truly rewarding for yourself, but frustrating for him. And give us a bit of insight to what it was like to drive that Honda so deep into the stint.
So I think it all came down to the race setup. Just didn't have a good race setup, and Ascari was definitely where I was clenching the most, and I think that's where probably the Ferrari was the strongest. So I think in terms of top speed, I probably had a little bit over him, maybe a bit less swing, but yeah, that was just constantly rubber band, that Ferrari, especially the last sector. But he kept me entertained at least. I think I would have been pretty bored otherwise if Jamie wasn't there. So
Yeah.
we had some good side by sides, and you got to have full faith in Jamie. So I really enjoyed it with him. So yeah, I'm glad we were kind of stuck together. Victor just pissed off really.
Yeah. And so on that note, mate, with obviously Vic having that margin, how acutely aware were you especially, and obviously Jamie, I forgot to ask him this question about what Steve Rees was doing, and obviously that's significant for you. You're in this title hunt, double points on offer tonight. There was an opportunity there tonight to claw some ground back. Were you aware of his early pit stop and taking a splash and dash?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am checking the deltas every lap, and then I saw him pit early. Was watching where he was coming through the pack. But I think I think if you pit early, it's probably not going to help your race strategy. So I wasn't too concerned.
Yeah, no, certainly favoured you guys. I think running long was certainly the key to that, running that strategy that you ran tonight. And obviously you ran it longer than anyone. So, yeah, well done, mate. Absolutely super entertaining race from our perspective. Plenty to watch all the time. And look, Duff Beer, they probably owe us something there because, we don't mind a beer. Yeah, we don't mind a beer. And they got plenty of airtime tonight. So thank you, Maverick. Yeah, so
no worries. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks, buddy.
Cheers,
mate. All right, now I will grab. Where has he gone?
Where is the man? Like second time tonight. I think we've had him in the booth second time. So
yes, second time we've got.
He's not behind the wheel tonight now, though. So
yeah. Vic, you got us on comms?
Hey boys, yeah,
mate. Other than clearly, the car was packed up, ready in the trailer as most of them were finishing. So, mate, I don't know what to ask you other than about, did you engineer that setup?
Yep, I made some major tweaks. I was running a low wing setup at first when I first practiced, and then I realized I don't know if it was the BAP, but when I went up like 2 clicks on the wing, I didn't gain any top end, so I just ran with the higher, safer setup, and it worked out well.
And like, mate, like straight away, we look lap 6. At lap 6, you had a 9-second margin. Obviously, the boys were squabbling about the podium behind you, but you must have worked out pretty quickly that thing had some serious race pace. And then, had you locked in the tyre strap pretty early, Vic, or no? Was that something you did on the fly?
No, I was always going to change tyres. I'm no good at trying to save tyres, and I didn't practice for a long run, so I enjoy more changing tyres, to be honest, so you can just push all the way and try to make some passes. And I knew Mav and Jamie wasn't going to change by the pace, so I was like, I better just do hot laps the whole way.
You got to get on it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, double point round, mate. 12.99 is Steve Rees's lead over 12.67 over Mav, and then yourself in there on 12.49. 2 rounds to go. Still mathematically, realistically, anybody's inside, I think, realistically, the top 4, mate. So you've got to have a bit of belief that going forward over the next 2 rounds, anything's possible, right?
Yeah, the next 2 rounds are good tracks as well, so hopefully the Bentley does well. I know it does well at Bathurst, so hopefully I'll be on for a podium there.
Yeah, no, absolutely outstanding, mate. The car's been, I'm a big Bentley fan.
Oh, yeah.
Garnered some good results out of it this season. I think that is your best result of the season so far. I think you've sort of been 1 spot shy of it.
I
I think
to get a win finally. I can
yeah, round 1, but you got the W in round 8, mate. So well done.
Awesome. Cheers, guys.
Awesome, Vic Chan. Enjoy that one, mate. The broadcast doesn't feature a lot because you're in another postcode, but there's plenty of the boys squabbling behind you, mate. So thanks for the chat.
Yeah, I saw that in my review that by the deltas that they were close, so I knew that while they were battling, I just better push.
Yeah, enjoy that one, mate.
that.
And we'll no doubt talk again soon. Thanks, Vic Chan.
Cheers, guys. See you next week.
Mate. Cheers, buddy.
Vic Chan, everyone.
Well, there you go. That is your podium. I did want to have a quick chat.
Who else we got?
Well, I was hoping Costas was going to hang around because I feel like he, to be honest, probably was the next guy that got the drive of the day. But outside of that, I think maybe we'll just press on, mate, and just head towards giving some freebies away.
All heading out for a lasagna, I think, after that race. Got to refuel.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we do give away stuff at the end of the race here. Here at Asrnz, proudly brought to you by and broadcast by MATCHFIT Entertainment. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, the good people of Race Command, bringing you all this goodness here for the Asrnz 2024 GT3 Series 2. We are going to give away some stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me see if I can click some buttons here. And we can work out where we're going. We are going to spin the bloody wheel here. For starters, J-Man can spin the wheel tonight because it's his money. Come on, J-Man. Collect.
All right.
You ready?
Here we go.
Here we go. Look, you see, he's been praying for a small number. It's got a small number. It's $25. There you go. That'll buy you a cup of coffee and a toasted sandwich.
Not in Sydney, mate.
No, there's not. And then we are gonna go to who's getting the free coffee and a toasted sandwich tonight. We're gonna spin the wheel again. Rusty Shacklewood, my friend. Click the button, my friend.
I'm clicking with
all my might. There it goes. Who is going to win this? We know it's not going to be Nash because he won it last week. There he is. He's still on the list. I can't believe it's Ashton Hughes. It's Ashton. Ashton
was not on the grid tonight.
He's not even here. So we're going to spin it again. Davo's going to spin it this time. Let's have another crack. Come on. John McDonald wasn't on the list either.
Let's just give it to Nash again.
Let's give it Nash. Let's just give it to Nashy again. Look, his fans would just go wild if we did that. Huddy hasn't been here either. We need to update this thing.
It's working out well, isn't it?
This is working out really well. This is only round 8, ladies and gentlemen. We got another 2 rounds of this stuff. We got to work this shit out. Anyway, Joe Grimmer wasn't here.
Well, he was on the board.
He was in practice, yeah.
Oh, look, and he was in the chat box. You know, like maybe it's worth.
He did do the practice session.
Wilton wasn't here either. This is not going well, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to...
Who made this wedgie board?
Who did this? What the hell? Let's go.
We should just give it to Costas Macrolos for just...
Okay.
The drive of the day.
Okay, if the next spin doesn't come up... No, Mike King. Okay, Mike King wasn't here. Are we going to give it to Costas?
Yeah, we'll give it to Costas. Drive of the day from dead last, didn't qualify.
Absolutely.
Couldn't get in the server, got it into P6. A worthy winner.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Makalos.
Costas Makalos gets the prize, ladies and gentlemen. That is a commentator's choice.
That's
That's the award.
production quality you
That's
come
the-
to expect here at Asrnz.
Absolutely. And I think we might just do that in the future anyway. We'll just, just leave
People
it up.
saying it's rigged. Oh no, there's going to be controversy,
Yeah.
drama
Oh,
in
look,
the paddock.
well, depends how good the beer is, that they bring up here. So, it's just. a normal
You're
thing.
welcome, Costas. Great drive, buddy. Absolutely fantastic drive from the back of the grid.
I hope we sort that out before the stream deck because it'll be a long night.
The stream deck. The stream
Yeah.
deck. Oh, okay. Oh, we might be able to preset that one. Anyway, that's what it's
Just
all
give
about.
it to
isn't
Tim Nash.
Yeah. Nasty will get it. Look,
Nash for Prime Minister.
Yeah. President King. I think.
whatever it is. Look, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic race, boys. Great to call. Vic, obviously, out in another postcode, but look, the action going on in the background was awesome. Some alternative strategies, which we love to see, obviously, in the enduros breeds. That obviously. Thanks again for everyone joining us here tonight for MatchFit Entertainment's coverage of ASRNZ's 2024 GT3 Series 2, proudly brought to you not only by MatchFit Entertainment, by Race Command as well.
And just quickly, Dave, on Race Command, a special mention because all the servers for ACC were down tonight. And
yes.
Moss at Race Command, the man who wears many hats, was able to spin up a LAN server, get everyone on it, and get it rolling. So at very short notice. So well done.
Yes, yes, definitely. What he said. So definitely kudos to the Race Command Tech team, obviously, which is obviously Geordie Moss. And thanks to ASRNZ, and thanks again to the viewers for tuning in tonight and hitting the like and subscribe and hitting us up in the chat box. Chat box was live tonight, guys. Great calling it again with you guys. We are